Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today I thought I'd just give you a little life update, and I asked for some questions on Instagram, so I will answer those as well. So, if you don't follow me over on Instagram, you might have missed that I am pregnant. I am pregnant with baby number 2. My babies will be about 18 months apart, which is a little bit crazy, but I'm very excited. And yeah, I found out that I was pregnant about a month ago-ish. So as of the time that I'm filming this, I am 9 weeks pregnant. And everything's looking great. Baby has a really strong heartbeat. So I thought I would tell you a little bit about how I knew why I felt like I should take a test and kind of how that went. So I had been having really irregular periods. Like, I was having them every other week, and then it was every 2 weeks, and they were really weird, and then before I knew it, I was like 5 days late, and I was like, that's a little suspicious. But what really tipped me off was that I started craving crunchy Cheetos, and that was my first pregnancy craving with my daughter Penelope. And so I was like, hold on, I don't crave crunchy Cheetos that often, because I like them, but not enough to like really want to eat them all the time. And then I started crying over a reel that I saw on Instagram. And so I was like, okay, this feels a little bit like pregnancy. And I had been pretty nauseous the past couple of days, which happens to me every once in a while. And I'd been really tired. And so I was like, okay, I should take a test. I took a test. It was very positive. And yeah, we got everything set up. We went to the doctor. And baby looks amazing, measuring right on time, has a wonderful heartbeat, and we are so thrilled to be having another little one. This pregnancy has been a little bit more rough for me in terms of sickness. With my daughter Penelope, I didn't really have any morning sickness. I got some migraines that were bad, but I did not have just like general morning sickness. And with this baby, I have had general morning sickness. I haven't vomited that often, but I have had some pretty gnarly migraines. In fact, I was in the ER last night because I threw up so much that I was super dehydrated, and I had a really awful migraine, and they had to give me IV fluids because I was just so dehydrated, and it was a little rough. But I'm feeling a lot better today. Hallelujah. Part of that is because of the heat too. It has been over 100 degrees the past 3 days in a row, which is horrible. I live in Oregon, and usually it doesn't get this hot, but it's happening this year. It's really hot. So luckily in the next couple of days it's supposed to cool down a little bit more. Today's supposed to be 100 degrees. So I wanted to get this video filmed before I need to turn on every single fan in our house, because it's starting to get there already. It's getting hot. We don't have AC, so yeah. It's been a little toasty. I asked you guys if you had any questions for me over on Instagram. Some of these are pregnancy related, and some of them are just kind of like life related or book related. And so I'll answer the pregnancy ones first, I think. And then we'll talk about book stuff, because why not? So the first pregnancy question is, what is something you're looking forward to with baby number 2? This is a hard question to answer because there are so many wonderful things that I'm looking forward to. So I will tell you a few. A pregnancy thing that I'm looking forward to is feeling the baby move. I loved feeling my daughter Penelope move. It is such a unique feeling, and it's so amazing. I know some women don't like it because it can get uncomfortable, but it was one of my favorite parts of pregnancy. And so I am so pumped for when I get to feel this baby move, because it is just wonderful. So that's a pregnancy thing that I'm excited for this baby. And then just in general, I'm so excited to see my babies together. I'm excited to see them grow up together. I'm excited for the little newborn snuggles and the newborn scrunch and the newborn smell, and just the ways that they squirm and make noises. It's just so cute, and I'm really excited for that. And then I'm excited for the general life things that happen when you have kids, you know. As I've watched Penelope grow, she's 10 months old, it's been so fun to see her discover things and learn how to crawl, and she started standing up by herself, and she'll probably walk soon, which is crazy. But just to see her discover like how things work and see it click in her brain and see her get so excited over things, it's just something that I'm really looking forward to with this baby as well, because that's just a wonderful part of being a mom, is just seeing your kids discover things and learn and grow and try new things, and I'm just really, really excited for that. Another pregnancy question is, what are your pregnancy cravings? So I mentioned the crunchy Cheetos. I'm not really craving that anymore. That was just kind of a right at the beginning of my pregnancy that I was craving that. I have been craving a lot of hamburgers and fries. I mean, I like a good burger and fries, but I really have been craving burgers and fries. I would say also just generally, like, I don't know. I always crave sweet things like chocolate. I love chocolate. Ice cream. Cereal. I'm a big cereal person, and especially when I'm pregnant, I always really want a lot of cereal. So I've been eating a lot of cereal, and I'm craving like every single type of cereal that I like. So that's been a big one for me as well. Are you finding out the gender of this baby? Yes, we are. We are finding out pretty soon, actually. After you are 10 weeks pregnant, you can do a blood test, and that will determine the gender of your baby as well as some genetic things. About a week from now, I will go in and get my blood drawn, and then it takes another week-ish for the results to come in, and I'll probably share them pretty soon, just because I'm so excited that I won't want to wait. So, but yes, we are finding out. I just like kudos to those moms that can wait their whole pregnancy, but that is not me. I am not patient enough for that. Like, I need to know and be excited, and I gotta know. This question says, what is your favorite part of motherhood? That is such a sweet question, and it's hard to narrow it down, but I think just kind of like I said earlier, of watching your baby discover things, and also just being the support and comfort person to my baby, you know, and obviously my husband is as well, but I know that I can give her the love and support that she needs, and if she's like sad or something, that I can pick her up and hold her, and it will make her feel better. And that's something that I really love, is being needed in that way and taking care of her. The next question is, do you think you got married too young? Absolutely not. I got married very young. I got married when I was 18, and I turned 21 in a few days, actually. Happy birthday to me. But no, I do not think that I got married too young. I think that getting married young is kind of a high risk, high reward thing, where it really works for some people and it really doesn't work for others. And I think that that more has to do with you and your partner, your marriage, than it does with your age, because I also know people who have gotten married in their 30s and have gotten divorced within a couple of months, or have gotten married in their 50s and gotten divorced within a couple of months. And people who got married when they were 18 have been married for 35 years, or, you know, I think it really has to do more with you and your spouse and the amount of work that you're willing to put into your marriage than it has to do with the age that you got married at. So, take that as you will. Okay, the next questions are more about like book things, so we'll just chat about those real quick because these are fun. What books do you wish they made a movie for? This is a hard question. I wish that they made the Percy Jackson movies better, if that counts. Also, this is something I mentioned when I read it, but Killers of a Certain Age by Deanna Raybourn I think would have been a better movie than it was a book. I didn't love the book, but I could see it being a good movie. Let me just scroll through my Goodreads really quick and see if I can think of any other ones off the top of my head, because I'm not really sure. Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone by Benjamin Stevenson. That would be a fun movie. I think that would also be a fun TV series, which maybe they already are making it into one, actually. I'm not really sure. I feel like I saw that somewhere, but A Wizard's Guide to Defensive Baking by T. Kingfisher would be a fun cartoon movie, I think. Off the top of my head, those are the ones that I think of immediately. But I'm sure that there's more out there that would make good movies, or that I wish that would be a movie. Okay, this one is such a good question, and I should have thought about my answer more, but it says, what would your favorite book be about if you had to come up with an outline for someone else to write? That is such a creative question. I think it would be magical, for sure. Probably something to do with fairies, because that's always fun. I really enjoy folklore and different cultures' folklore. So if that was incorporated in some way, I think that I would like that a lot. I also like sci-fi, but that would be a completely different book. I feel like my number one thing would be probably some type of like folklore fairy type book. So if you have any suggestions for me, let me know. Kind of like, you know, Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. I really liked that it talked about like the different regions of fairy beliefs, I guess. And I think in that video I mentioned there's a podcast called Lore by Aaron Mahnke, where he talks about different types of folklore, and he doesn't just talk about fairies, he talks about all sorts of things. And I find that podcast so interesting. And so anything that reminds me of that podcast that has similar vibes, similar type of like, here's some kind of historical things of what different regions of people believe about magic, that's always really interesting to me. So yeah, I think that's what it would be. And that's all the questions. So thank you for joining me here today. I'm very excited to be having another baby, and I will probably be making some pregnancy content along the way. Sorry I've been so MIA over here, and on Instagram too. It's just, you know, between moving and being pregnant, life has been kind of crazy. And so I'm hoping that it settles down soon and I can get more of a regular filming schedule going, because I do really love making these videos. But yeah, it's just been a little bit crazy. So thank you for joining me. If you have any questions that I didn't answer, feel free to leave them in the comments and I will get to them. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!